what's your story? How'd you get involved with being an artist, a tattoo artist?
Like my uncle tattooed and shit, and like, really it was when I got my first tattoo that I wanted to become a tattoo artist. And after that, I just ran with it.
And how old were you when you got your first tattoo?
18.
I got into tattooing, I think like in '97. One of my bosses got me a kit. I got into the shop. I got an apprenticeship like 4 years later. Been doing it ever since.
Is there any part of the body that you refuse to tattoo a client?
Not really.
The craziest tattoo you put on someone?
Tattooed some girl putting a dildo on another girl's ass today.
That's original. I haven't heard that one yet.
I tattooed some guy's tongue a couple years back.
Interesting. Okay, well, thank you guys very much for your time. I would like to show some of your work. Which one of you have done what as far as this? That's all your work? And how long did it take you?
We did a bunch of sessions, probably like 10.
What's the longest stretch this guy's taken in a chair?
Like 5 hours.
5 hours.
Most of the time he's kind of girly. He's like 20 minutes and he's out.
Biking in the beer, biking in the beer.
Yeah. Kids breaks every 2 seconds. Come back.
Right on. Well, thank you guys very much for taking the time to interview with us. Let's check out some of his work. I'm here with
Vince Rios of Inkslinger Studio.
Vince, how long have you been a tattoo artist?
About 5 years now.
What got you into tattooing?
Prison.
All right, well, that's interesting. What was your first tattoo that you've ever done, and how old were you when you did your first tattoo?
It was a name, and I was about 18 years old.
And when did you get your first tattoo?
I was about 14 years old.
And what was it?
My mom's name.
Mom's like, hey, I approve completely of that one. Mom, myself. And do you have a favorite artist?
Tim Hendricks. That's my idol. One of my idols.
And do you stick to one artist when you get your tattoos, or do you just go with the flow, and if you like their art and the way they ink, you get, your ink done through them, or you're just with one person only?
I got a few different artists. Whoever's doing good black and gray work, that's who I go to. So.
What's the craziest tattoo you've ever done on a client?
I don't know, there's been a lot. I can't even think of one right now.
Okay, we'll come back to that one. What's the craziest tattoo you've done to yourself? Do you have any ones that you thought were kind of...
I don't really have any crazy tattoos. They're all pretty basic. Does this one look basic? Pretty basic?
That's kind of wild, but it's, I wouldn't say basic. It's different, yeah. Most people wouldn't put it there. But you have some really nice work. I've seen your work. Do you use any of the new technologies that they're coming out with, like the silent guns, anything like that, and why?
You know what? I go for what I know and how I learned, and that's what I'm going to stick to. It works for me, so I'm going to stick with it. If it ain't broke, I'm not going to fix it. So.
Okay. And what's the most painful area you've actually had done on your body?
Probably the rib cage. And the neck. Both of these spots are pretty painful.
Really? What do you have done on your rib cage?
I just have like a piece of a girl that comes out, on both sides, so they come out to here.
Do you know of any tattoo artists that actually use like a painkiller or something that eases the pain for their tattoos when you're...
I've heard of it. Some of my clients, usually when they come from Hollywood, they come with their own lidocaine. It's like a topical fucking... number. So they bring their own shit and they put it on, but I don't apply it. They usually do it right before they come.
Okay.
So I guess it's...
Do you recommend that, or?
Honestly, I don't. I mean, maybe it might numb you up for a little while, but in the end, it's all going to hurt anyway. So, I think it might be a waste of time.
Tattoos aren't for everybody.
True, they're not.
Awesome. Okay, well, thank you very much for taking the time out to talk with us. Would you mind showing some of your artwork to us for the camera?
Yeah.
Like some of your favorite pieces, maybe?
One of my favorites. It was done by Brian. We work together.
Has he done more than that tattoo on you?
This one.
Okay. Is that a portrait of a family member?
Yeah, cousin that passed away. This one's another nice one. That's my grandmother in 1955.
That's an awesome picture.
It's done by Mikey Montoya.
Mikey Montoya?
I also work with him too.
you been working with the artist?
A couple of years now.
Couple years. So you guys are just like a big, close group?
Yeah, we're really close. We're really close. We always work together at conventions, and even when we're at the shop, we always go to each other's shops.
Do you guys ever help out new upcoming artists?
Yeah, I mean,
with tips and...
Yeah, we don't hold back. If somebody's interested in artwork and getting into it, we always give out, helpful tips.
Right.
And a lot of people don't. They feel sometimes there'll be a threat, but if you're good and you have steady clientele, then nothing's going to take that away. So.
Right, exactly. I know a couple artists that have not been that lucky with trying to get tips and helps from other tattoo artists out there. So I think that's important. Help everybody out. But thank you very much again for the interview. I'm here with Steve with Goodfella Tattoos. Steve, where is Goodfella Tattoos located?
We're located in the city of Orange, California.
Okay, and how long have you been working for Goodfella Tattoos?
I've been there for 3 years.
Okay, how long have you been tattooing, Steve?
I started tattooing about 5 years ago.
Okay, and what got you involved with tattooing?
Well, I've been an artist all my life, so just another way to make money, and plus, I fell in love with the art, so it was easy to get started.
Okay, what type of art do you specialize in? What's your specialty, and what makes you stand out as an artist?
Well, right now I'm doing a lot of portraits and like realistic style, black and gray, so that's getting a lot of attention, and so a lot of people see it and then they ask for it again.
From an artist perspective, is the portrait a little more difficult than just basic art and tattoos and skulls and dragons?
Oh yeah, I mean a portrait, if you screw up, you do the eye messed up and they got a crooked eye, it's screwed up, The skull, you can do all kinds of crazy stuff to it and it still looks good, so it's definitely harder, it's more stressful, but when you pull it off, it's worth it.
Have you ever tattooed anyone, one of your clients that were not happy with the tattoo or pissed off about the way it came out, or it's not what they expected, or any complaints, and how do you handle it?
Yeah, there's a lawsuit right now against me for that.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
I was about to say,
everybody's happy. Everybody's always happy, so I've never screwed up. We go through, stages in the career where you're good, and then when you're not so good and you're learning, but you get better, but everybody's always happy with their tat.
Trial and error, right? But hopefully on paper.
Trial and error.
On paper.
It's a progressive thing, you're at a certain stage and you step it up and you get better. So.
And as an artist, how do you know when you've reached that level where you can actually step it up and get to more advanced art?
I mean, I'm still trying to get better and keep going. I mean, everybody keeps getting better, so it pushes you, because I don't want to fall behind and stay at a standstill. You know what I mean? Want to keep getting better. So all the artists that are good, that are around me, are the ones that are pushing you to get better, and vice versa. So
that's awesome.
You don't really know. You just do it, and then you see the result. That's when you know that you've done a good job, but you can always get better.
Is there any tattoo that you would refuse to put on a client, or a place on a client's body that you would refuse to put a tattoo?
Well, I haven't had anybody ask me for a tattoo that I had to refuse it, because no one's asked me for private area tattoos or nothing like that. So, I mean, I don't think I would reject. I mean, I really don't know what I would do. It just depends on what it is. You know what I mean? And if they want to pay me a lot of money to do it, then I might do it. I don't know. So I haven't got to that point. We'll see what happens.
Right. What's the craziest tattoo you've ever seen?
Ever seen? Wow.
Not on TV or books, because I've seen some pretty crazy stuff in the books, tattoo books, but you've actually seen on a person.
It's hard to say. There's so many. I'm tripping out on how much coverage people are getting now. Not necessarily a tattoo. People are getting their heads done, their necks, but it's not just done like it used to be. It's done really nice and it flows. So, anytime I see that kind of stuff, it kind of blows me back.
Do you feel tattoos are more mainstream now?
Yeah, they're more mainstream, but I wouldn't call my clientele mainstream. The people that I tattoo are not the ones that are just starting to like it. We grew up with liking it, seeing it. I know where I grew up, there was tattoos everywhere. And, you see someone with a tattoo, and when you're a little kid, you kind of look up to them, because, they had to go through pain through it, and then, they got to live with something that other people may not like. So that takes courage right there.